We're back. This is Spook, and we're going to do some more Dragon Quest. We just had the event that you're not supposed to think about happen last night, and we're going to continue in the post-apocalyptic ruins of Erdrea. And probably things will happen, and actually probably a lot of story things. So let's just jump in. So, of course, I'm referring, when I talk about the event, there's a skit by Mitchell and Webb, a recurring skit. And it's this post-apocalyptic game show. And it has frequent reminders to A, remain indoors, and B, do not think about the event. Nobody knows what happened, and everything has gone absolutely to shit. I just can't help but think of that. Whenever you have basically any apocalypse in a game. I mean, granted, this one we know exactly what happened, because I was kind of there. Wait a minute. Whose tent is this? Oh, it's Weapon Dude. Zombie Bane might be fun. Oh. 12 grand. I literally just bought this sword, so I guess I'm gonna hold off, but come on, that looks awesome. I wonder if anyone's done any kind of translation job on those runes.
The boys are out there doing the fighting, so it's up to us to keep the home fires burning.
Sorry to interrupt, Amber, but...
Hello, Gemma, love.
Well, you're not gonna...
My little soldier.
Oh, why is my phone beeping?
I just can't believe it's you. After all the awful things
Oh, it's
that
Twitch.
happened, I was sure you...
That makes sense.
When the disaster struck, so many people lost their lives. The sun vanished, and those terrible
Hey,
monsters appeared
how you
all
doing,
over
man?
the place. Even those of us who were lucky enough to survive were so drained and desperate that we almost lost the will to live.
And then the hero appeared just when we needed him. He did all he could to help people, no matter who they were or where they were from.
I am shocked that you would engage in such activities.
Everyone here is safe.
Shocked, I tell you.
Without him, and now, thanks to him, the place you once knew as Cobblestone has become the last bastion.
Oh, cool.
Would you believe we've even got the King of Heliodor camped out here? Look, I know he was the one who ordered the village to be burned. I'm sure he had his reasons.
I'm sure he had his
Things aren't
reasons.
always as they seem, love.
That's a hell of a way to just brush that off. It's like, yeah, he burnt down our home and killed a bunch of people, but I'm sure he had his reasons.
He may be the last person you want to see, but you should go and talk things through with the king. Your grandfather would have wanted you to at least try. Just pop your head round the door of his tent, will you, love? For me, it's the one in the middle of the camp with the two flags. And be polite.
Okay, well, let's quickly check the area out here and see if there's any random drops or chests that haven't been properly secured from my violent kleptomaniac ways. See, look at that. There's a random drop right there. I didn't even see what I picked up because I looked down at chat. Huh. That's a little strange. Well, we've got the bank over here. I don't know, I'm really tempted by that awesome looking sword. I mean, this thing looks kind of like what they mistakenly used in Game of Thrones for the Dothraki. I mean, George R. R. Martin, I think he just said, yeah, they're basically scimitars. You know, and he described them as wielding curved swords. But they went way overboard with that when they did the show. Oh. Well, as long as you got it sorted, I suppose. Oh. Oh, the tent's back in here. I was not paying any attention. There's the priest. Oh wait, here's one with the flag. No. Wait, she said 2 flags, didn't she? My god, I'm gonna be lost in here because I'm dumb. I tell ya. So I've been kind of bummed I haven't been able to pick up Slay the Spire because of the whole not being employed thing. But I realized something. All of the points I have on Bing, of all things, I can probably cash a bunch of those in and just buy a PlayStation gift card. So I think I might do that tomorrow and finally pick up Slay the Spire. Because I've got over 50,000 on that account. Yeah, I really liked what I saw in Mark Brown's video about it. I mean, that guy, you know, he really appreciates games in a mechanical way that I really like to see. Whoa, there's a sparkly thing. Fatalistic? Sure. Oh, there's this other section of village, like, right up here. Jesus. I think I did this last time I did this part, too. Bumbled around like a moron, and... Well, I mean, the big thing he was talking about is the synergy in the mechanics, or in the cards. You know, it's like, well, you've got all these open-ended things that work with each other, and that really hits my, my I fucking love Magic nerve. Because, boy, I miss that game. I really wish they'd do even something like Duels of the Planeswalkers for the PS4. But, Slay the Spire would definitely scratch a lot of that itch. Oh, cool. I always, I know it can be abused, but I do like to see games that are continuing to put out new and interesting content. Whee! Somehow, not dead. Hey, what's in here? Here I am way off task, but that's just because I don't want to sit through a cutscene if I can avoid it. Alright. What do you got for me? A restorative? That's kind of interesting. I hear that. I mean, I think that's what the Dwarf Fortress guys are doing, isn't it? See, that sort of thing is why I'd want to work on Magic the Gathering's design team. You know, coming up with new mechanics for each block. Well, put block in quotes there because they've changed the structure of the game a lot, but I don't know. I've kind of found myself critiquing card design more when it comes from amateurs. I'm also surprised by how bad people are at evaluating cards, myself included. Like, there's one that people don't even try to look at the context. It's this card called I can make my own Zombie Slayer. Oh, why buy one? There's a card called Scornful Egotist, and when you look at it, it's the dumbest thing in the world. It is a wizard that costs 1 blue and 7 to play. And it's a 1/1 and has no abilities other than Morph, which lets you play it face down and then turn it face up for 1 blue and 2. So it's a grossly overcosted critter that doesn't seem to do anything. However, big asterisk, in the set it came out in, there was a bunch of stuff that that had its effects grow based on what the largest casting cost thing you had on the table was. So if you had that on when you played Rush of Insight, that would just let you draw 8 cards on the spot, and it wasn't something you actually had to pay 8 for. But people just look at it and assume it's some kind of prank card. It's like it's some kind of joke. I'm like, you can search and see everything else that was released in that set. Oh, there's the king. But there's times people will misread a card and think it's amazing, and I always find that kind of fascinating.
So, you are alive and well.
A friend of mine did build a deck around that, and a card called Draco.
I have regained my senses at
What Draco doesn't matter. It's just a big artifact creature that costs 16 to play. And he would cast spells that rearrange the top of his deck so that you'd put Draco on the top, and then you'd play Kaboom, which is a spell that just looks at the top card of your deck and does damage based on the converted mana cost of that card.
I do not ask for forgiveness. I do not deserve it. All I ask is that I be
Yeah, Slay the Spire is one of those ones I'm really looking forward to. And then there's one called Stellaris, I think, that's basically a kind of like Master of Orion, just a civilization type game out in space. And I'm like, that is also kind of my bullshit. So many games, so little time,
Returned. He brings more survivors seeking sanctuary. Come. You must meet he to whom we owe our survival. Though you may not wish to at first.
Oh, cool. Where's the so-called hero? I'm pretty sure I'm the protagonist here. Yeah, I used to play a lot of Master of Orion too. I mean, it's super old now, and a friend of mine figured out how to kind of exploit the game so that combat wasn't really a thing that you had to concern yourself with. And then we all used it, because of course we did. Yeah, it got to the point where we were, we had all beaten it in every way. You can do an Antarian victory, which is where you beat these invading aliens from another galaxy. You can do a conquest one, which is where you beat everyone else into submission. You can do a win by will of the council, where you get the other races to vote for you to become like the leader of the galaxy or some shit. So we've all done all of the victories. And it got to the point where we were doing just stupid things because it's like we've already done everything we can to this poor game. And a friend of mine did what he called the Minbari victory. And this only makes sense if you've watched Babylon 5. But he beat down everyone else in the game and got to the point where there was literally just one system left. And then he surrendered. OFF? I have not. Okay, so this hero gonna be closer to the entry? Oh, okay. So just off. Oh, hey, here's a bunch of people. Can you pass me a link to that on Twitter? So I'll remember to check it out.
Luminary lives.
I like how even though everything's changed, Henrik still looks like an asshole.
What news?
Thanks, man.
The forces of darkness amass at the gates of Heliodor. They will strike, and soon. Sire, the people must be removed to safety. Men! All the signs are that our enemy will strike tonight. To arms!
Another release that I'm waiting for, that isn't Code Vein, is, what was it? Oh, the Stanley Parable. I think that'll be a fun playthrough.
It is time that your differences were set aside, Luminary. Good. If we are able to withstand the assault tonight, we may yet survive. Join the troops outside the fortress when you are ready.
Okay, I guess I'm supposed to gear up and... I mean, I don't know what more gear I could actually get right now. I could go get the awesome sword. It is tempting. Okay, I'm assuming that beep was yours? Excellent. Thanks. I will have to check that out. Okay, so I need to hang a left. Oh, there's the bank. I'm gonna do it. Oops. Oh, what am I doing? Okay. So I'm going to pick up this awesome looking sword. It kind of looks like a big old two-handed katana. Oh, okay. Oh, it's free. Good. Am I going to be able to use that with wine? Okay. Night Cleaver. 246. I mean, how do I not? Oh, I see. Okay, cool. I'm like pretty sure I have wine installed. I don't remember what other steps I need to take, but I really want to get Paint.net working. Because, boy, I miss that. It's such a good program. And it beats down Krita and GIMP for most of the simple things I want to do. But I think I'd have to actually install a VM in the entire .NET thingy. Okay, $2,000. And I'll take a quick nap at the end. So, I was coming back from this place I interviewed at. It was supposed to be... I mean, I interviewed for a position at a car dealership, just doing a lot of paperwork type stuff, keeping track of who owes him money, and occasionally making some calls, setting up schedules for the mechanics, that sort of thing. But anyway, when I was leaving, there was a store, and I posted this on Twitter, and it advertised like hookahs, pipes, t-shirts, things. I'm like, things is pretty all-encompassing there. I think that covers all of the above. And then, literally next door is another business called Things and Things. I'm like, could you be more vague? It's like, I almost wanted to go in and see if it was open. Because they had curtains on the windows. I'm like, I wonder if by things they're just like saying, this is actually a sex toy store, but nobody knows because we're too vague to actually say it. But... and these are right next to each other, and I tried to take a photo of them together and managed to fuck that up. But yeah, they're right next to each other. I'm like, are these guys just really tough competitors in the all-important thing market? It's very bizarre. Oh, hey, what's in here? Oh, a mini medal. I should have guessed. But I think it was Penn Jillette who expressed irritation at that song, Horse with No Name. It's, it's like out of the 60s or something, and it's about a guy saying about how he's been through the desert with a horse with no name. Somehow this is interesting song material in the 1960s, because the past is hilarious, because it's stupid. Anyway, but there's a line where the guy says, there were plants and trees and rocks and things. I'm like, well, you could have just said things, asshole. We might have been able to narrow it down. But that always kind of stuck with me as an interesting criticism for song lyrics. Okay, my phone is going nuts today. So the temp agency that hires, dipshit von fuckface, or whatever her name is, actually called me back about a different job, and it's somebody else who called, and of course it's kind of been this weird tagging back and forth. Like, they messaged yesterday, and I sent them a text message that said, yeah, sure, call me back in about an hour. I should be free around then. They never call. They messaged again today, oh, I missed your text. When's a good time to call? I'm like, okay, sometime after 3:30. 5 o'clock rolls around, and I haven't heard from them. I'm like, okay, well, I'll go make dinner. Just as soon as I've got the pan on the stove and there's butter in it, they call. I'm like, go figure. And then they're going to call me back tomorrow. And I'm going to make it a good point to say, hey, I just hope you guys don't fuck this up like so-and-so did, because she's terrible and useless.
Here's your spot. Just face that way, and when the monsters come, stick the...
It's like, I don't know how an entire company is so bad at, like, following through on communication. But these guys are amazing.
Enemy forces! Here they come!
Boy, we seem a little undermanned here.
Positions, men!
I gotta say, these Helidorian grunts are doing a lot better than they were when they chased me around Gallopolis. Or Gondolia. Holy crap, 142. That wasn't even a critical. Well, if the fight keeps going this way, I'm pretty okay with this. Well, why can't I swing at them? Alright, guess I'll just run in and beat them down.